Hi everyone. Today's topic is clocks. If you took any competitive exam, if you talk about any aptitude exam, clocks will play an important role. So nowadays, if you take any exam like CAT or campus recruitment like TCS, Wipro, okay, Capgemini, Infosys, wherever you go, so definitely you will encounter questions based on clocks. So how we are going to solve in the concepts of clocks? Okay, so first we'll discuss the number of variety of problems. Okay, you know problems based on clocks. Okay, problems based on clocks. The types of questions are types of questions. In this particular concept, the types of questions will be first one, angle based questions. Okay, and next one, first one is angle based question, next one is coincidence based questions. Okay, next one is coincidence based question. Okay, third one is time period. Okay, time period will be given, you need to figure it out. Angle. Okay, angle. And next will be watch, slow or fast kind of questions. Okay, he'll give these type of questions in clocks. Okay, he'll give these type of questions in clocks. So let's understand clocks concept. Okay, let's understand clocks concept. Okay, so whenever you come across a clock will be in a shape of circle. Clock will be in a shape of circle. So it will consist of always 12 hours. Okay, so 12 hours, a circle will have how many degrees? 360 degrees. Okay, 360 degrees. So we'll see when 1 hour 12 hours is equals to 360 degrees, then 1 hour is equals to how many degrees? 30 degrees. 1 hour is equals to how many degrees? 30 degrees. So can I say 1 hour is equals to 30 degrees? So can I say 1 minute is equals to half a degree? Because 1 hour will consist of 60 minutes. So 60 minutes, 30 degrees means 1 minute will give you what? Half a degree. Okay. So yeah, so this is all about what? Hour hand. Yes or no? This is all about what? Hour hand. Generally, in a clock, there are two types of hands. The hour hand and the minute hand of a clock, moves in a relation to each other continuously. And at any given point of time, they make an angle between 0 and 180 with each other. Any point you may give, okay, they'll make an angle definitely what? The angle between 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Okay, if I ask you when the time is 3 o'clock, okay, when the time is 3 o'clock, so this is the hour hand and this is the minute hand. Okay, so definitely they'll make an angle of 90 degrees. So that is definitely between 0 to 180 degrees. Okay, if the time shown by the clock is known as the angle between the hands can be calculated. Okay, similarly, if the angle between the two hands is known, okay, then the time shown by clock can be also find out. See, simple, vice versa. If let's say the angle between minute hand and hour hand, angle was given. you can tell what is the time. Okay, what is the time? If some, it vice versa, when the time is given, okay, when the time is given, you have to say that what is the angle between the hands. Okay, angle between the hands. When we say angle between the hands, we normally refers to obtuse angle and obtuse angle, okay, between the two hands, and not a reflex angle. Okay, not a reflex angle. What do you mean by reflex angle? Which is more than 180 degrees, which is more than 180 degrees. So always remember, reflex angle will not come into the picture. Reflex angle will not come into the picture. Okay, acute angle and obtuse angle. Okay, obtuse angles will come into the pictures. Okay, so these two angles are what? Up to only 180 degrees. Up to only 180 degrees. Okay, if you want to be good in the clocks topic, if you want to be good in clocks topic, okay, you should know few points. You should know few points. Okay, so please write down all these points. We'll talk about, there are two kinds of hands, hour hand and minute hand. Guys, if you closely observe, first we'll talk about hour hand. Guys, look at here, hour hand in 12 hours it's going to cover what? 360 degrees. So means what? In 1 hour it's going to travel 30 degrees. So in 1 minute it's going to travel half a degree. If I talk about minute hand, can I say in 1 hour only it will travel 360 degrees? Because the whole thing is going to be travel. Then 1 minute, then 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. That means 360 by 60. That will give you 6 degrees. That will give you what? 6 degrees. Okay, that will give you what? 6 degrees. Okay. So please write down everyone. Please write down everyone. Okay. Minute hand covers 360 degrees in 1 hour. 1 hour. Hence, minute hand covers 6 degree per minute. 6 degree per minute. Hence, 6 degree per minute. Next, hour hand covers 360 degrees in 12 hours. In 12 hours. Hence, hour hand covers 30 degrees per hour. Hence, hour hand covers 30 degrees per hour. Hence, hour hand covers half degree per minute. Half degree per minute. Half degree per minute. Okay, so you can write hour hand, minute hand. Okay, minute hand. Hour hand. Okay, in 12 hours it will travel 360 degrees. But minute hand, in 1 hour it will travel 360 degrees. Okay, so for 1 hour it's going to be how much? Okay, for 1 hour it's going to be, so this is, yeah, 30 degrees. Yes or no? For 1 hour 30 degrees. So this is also for 1 hour 30 degrees. Okay, next, so for 1 minute it's going to be what? Half a degree. Here for 1 minute it's going to be what, guys? 6 degrees. It's going to be what? 6 degrees. Okay, 6 degrees. Next, the other points, guys, whenever you have a time, check with this thing. There are few facts regarding the minute hand and hour hand. The minute hand, the longer one is called minute hand. Okay, and the shorter one, which is called what? Hour hand. Okay, in a period of 12 hours, in a period of 12 hours, there are some facts. Always remember 0 degrees. Okay, please write down point number 1. 0 degrees with each other. Okay, 0 degrees with each other will be 11 times. 11 times. 0 degrees will be each other 11 times. What do you mean by each other? Minute hand and hour hand. In a period of what? 12 hours. So side heading, please write down a side heading. In a period of 12 hours, in a period of 12 hours, in a period of 12 hours, the hands make an angle of, point number 1, 0 degrees, 11 times. Point number 2, 180 degrees, 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees with each other, 180 degrees with each other, 11 times. 11 times. What do you mean by 180 degrees? Guys, remember, they lie on the same straight line. Okay, that's called 180 degrees. And the third one, 90 degrees. 90 degrees or 90 degrees or any other angle with each other will be 22 times. 22 times. Okay, guys, always remember 0 degrees will be 11 times, 180 degrees will be, so 0 degrees means coincide. Okay, coincidence. Okay, so 90 degrees or any other angle will be 22 times. This is all about a minute hand and a hour hand. Okay, guys, trust me, we can solve the problems on a clocks using the method of relative speed, relative speed, because when the clock is moving like this, okay, clock is moving in a clockwise direction, so both are moving in the same direction. When both are moving in the same direction, your speeds will get what happened? Subtracted. Okay, your speeds will get what happened? Subtracted. But if you closely observe, write down, note. We can also solve the problems on clocks using the method of relative velocity. Next, let's look at here. In 1 minute, minute hand will travel 6 degrees. In the same 1 minute, hour hand will travel half a degree. So tell me, what is the distance traveled by both minute hand and hour hand in 1 minute? Guys, when both are moving in the same direction, your speeds will get subtracted. So 6 degree minus half a degree. So can I say that will give you 5.5 degree? Yes or no? So 5, 1 by 2. Or you can write what? 11 by 2 degree. Write down a point. In 1 minute, minute hand covers 6 degree. In 1 minute, minute hand covers 6 degree. And hour hand cover half degree. Therefore, relative velocity is equals to 6 minus half. That will give you 5 1 by 2 degree. That is nothing but you can say 11 by 2 degree per minute. Okay, if we talk about, so this is per minute. If we talk about, write down, so our hand, in 1 hour the minute hand covers 60 minutes, whereas if we talk about time, the minute hand, okay, the minute hand covers what? 60 minutes. Yes or no? Okay, in 1 hour. In 1 hour means 60 minutes. The hour hand covers what? 5 minutes. It will travel only 5 minutes. Look at here, 12 to 1. If the time is 12 means, it cover only 5 minutes of time. Okay, 5-minute divisions only they will cover. So then the relative speed will be according to the time what? 55 minutes per hour. Okay, 55 minutes per hour. So please write down everybody. In 1 hour, the minute hand covers 60 minutes, 60-minute divisions, whereas the hour hand covers 5-minute divisions. 5-minute divisions. Therefore, relative speed, which is equals to 60 minus 5, which is equals to 55 minutes, 55 minutes per hour, 65 minutes per hour. However, adapting the approach of actual angles as per the, there are simple and does not create any confusion. Okay, with angles also we can do it. Okay, with angles also we can do it, but there are other ways to solve the questions. Okay, so please write down few note points. Please write down few note points. Note points. Write down. Point number 1. Any angle is made 22 times in a period of 12 hours. Okay. Point number 2. In a period of 12 hours, there are 11 coincidences of the two hands when the two hands are in a straight line facing opposite direction, means which making 180 degrees. Okay, next, the time gap between any two coincidences is 12 by 11 hours, is 12 by 11 hours, 11 hours, or you can say it as 65 5 by 11 minutes. Okay, 65 5 by 11 minutes. Next, if the hands of a clock coincide every p minutes, then I am repeating, if the hands of a clock coincide every p minutes, then please write down, then if p is greater than 65 5 by 11, then the watch is going slow or losing time. If, point number 2, if p is less than 65 5 by 11, then the watch is going fast or gaining time. Okay, the next part is very, very important, guys. Okay, please write down a formula to calculate the angle theta. To calculate the angle theta between the hands of a clock, formula. theta is equals to 11 by 2 m minus 30 h, where m is called minutes, h is called hours. Okay, so when this has to be used, please write down. When 11 by 2 m is more than 30 h, you can use the same formula. Theta is equals to 30 h minus 11 by 2 m. This we can use, when we can use this? Okay, when 30 h is more than 11 by 2 m. So instead of remembering these two, so I can say theta is equals to a mod of 11 by 2 m minus 30 h. So you need to write a positive value. You need to write a positive value. Okay, positive value. Chalo. Positive value. So these are the all the formulas and all the facts regarding clocks. Let's start questions. Write down question number 1. What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock at 3 hours 40 minutes? Please write down once again. What is the angle? What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock at 3 hours 40 minutes? 3 hours 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Okay, so he's asking the angle. Okay, angle. Okay guys, so we know one formula. The angle between the hands to be calculated by what? Yeah, so theta is equals to 11 by 2 m 11 by 2 m minus 30 h. Okay, where m is called what guys? Minutes. Where h is called what? Hours. Okay, so theta is equals to, so 11 by 2 m. What is m friends? Minutes. How many minutes are there? 40 minus 30 h. What is h? 4. Okay, so 2 1s are 2, 20 is a, so theta is equals to, so 11 2s are, so 220 minus 120. So if you cancel that theta, how much you are going to get? 100. Yes or no? Okay, so sorry, hours is only 3 hours, no? When this is 3 hours, it's going to be 90. When this is 90, when this is 90, wait a minute. So hours, there are 4 hours, it's 3 o'clock only, right? When that is 3 o'clock, you need to write what here? 3. Okay, 3. So 3 3 is what? 90. So 220 minus 90, that will give you what? 130 degrees. So angle is what here? 130 degrees. 130 degrees. Okay, so answer for this question is what guys? 130 degrees. Okay, 130 degrees. Okay, let's go to the next question. When the time is, let's say time is 4 hours, time is 4 hours 20 minutes. When the time is 4 hours 20 minutes, then how we are going to write when the time is 4 hours 20 minutes? So what are will change Yeah, what we are going to change here? So this will change. Yeah, this is also is going to be changed. So now into minutes. How many minutes? 20 minutes. Into now how many hours? 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. Now look at here. So 2, how many times here? How many times you need to take? 2 tens. So that will give you what? Yeah, that will give you what? That will give you what, guys, here? Yeah, so 11 into that will give you 110. Yeah, minus this is 120. So mod you are getting what? Yeah, theta is equals to mod you are getting 10 degrees. So mod minus 10 will also become what? Plus 10. So that's why I initially, I told you when this is more, actually we need to use a formula called 30h minus 11 by 2m. So if you substitute here, you will get what? Plus 10 degrees only. So that's why I'm using a mod, so I can end my answer. So answer for this question is what? 10 degrees. Okay, 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Okay. Let's try to solve. I'm going to tell you the next question. In that particular question, we'll encounter all the varieties. We are solving, now 4 questions altogether. Right on the next question, guys. Yeah, right on the next question. Please write down. Find the time between 2 o'clock and wait a minute. The first question, what is happen? Time is given. We need to figure it out angle. This question, angle will be given. You need to figure it out at what time. Okay, so please write down. Question number 1. Find the find the find the time between 2 and 3 o'clock. 2 and 3 o'clock, at which the minute hand and the hour hand. Question number 1. Okay, in that question number 1, make an angle of 60 degrees with each other, with each other. Okay, this is a question number 1. Question number 2, overlap. Question number 3, are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. Okay, perpendicular to each other. What do you mean by perpendicular? 90 degrees. Perpendicular to each other. Okay, each other. Next, 4th question. Are on the same straight line but are facing opposite directions. Opposite directions. Okay, opposite directions. Okay, you have 4 questions with you. The time between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, to make in 60 degrees. So it may be any angle. Point number 2. Question number 2 is what? Overlap. Overlap means what? 0 degrees. Okay. Question number 3. Are perpendicular to each other. Instead of giving 90 degrees, he is giving what? Perpendicular to each other. Which means what? Okay, which means what? Yeah, they are. What is happening? 90 degrees. Perpendicular means what? 90 degrees. What is the 4th one? Are in the same straight line but facing the opposite direction, which means the two hands are opposite, which means they are making in a straight line, which means 90 degrees. Okay, which means 90 degrees. Okay, we'll solve one by one. We'll solve one by one. Okay, we'll solve one by one. Look at here. So actually, what is the formula? What is the formula? Is equals to 11 by 2 m minus 30 h. Okay, so 11 by 2 m. So how many minutes is there? Look at here. We need to figure it out in the minutes. I want the time is between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. I don't know the minutes. Okay, but I know the hour. How many hours? 2 hours only. But I know the degree. What is the degree here? 90. 90. 90 or what? 60. I'm sorry. Yeah, the degree here is what, guys? 60. When this is 60, okay, when this is 60, so you can say 60, which is equals to 11 by 2m minus 60. Yes or no? So minus 60 will come this side. So you can say it as 120, which is equals to 11 by 2m. So again 2 will go this side. So can I write 240, which is equals to 11m. So if I want m is equals to 240 by 11. So in school days we used to do like this. Yes or no, to get the exact answer. So 11 twos are 22. I left with 20. I left with what? 20. Okay, so now 11 ones are you getting my point? And seconds at this particular time. Okay, at this particular time. Okay, so that will make an angle of what? Yeah, that will make an angle of what, guys? Okay, that will make an angle of what? 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees. Are you getting my point? Okay, so answer you can say at 29 by 11 minutes past 2 o'clock, it will make an angle of what? 60 degrees. It will make an angle of what, guys? 60 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees. So answer for this question is what? 21 9 by 11 minutes. 21 9 by 11 minutes. Chalo, next. Question number 2. What is question number 2? Overlap. When the two hands overlap, the angle between them is what? 0 degrees. Okay, when the two hands overlap, angle between them is what? 0 degrees. Then theta is equals to 11 by 2m minus 30h. So theta. So look at here. Here theta is saying 0. Okay, and h is equals to what? 2. And h is equals to what? 2. Okay, so if you write it here, you can say 0 is equals to 11 by 2 m minus 30 into 2. So you can say 60 is equals to 11 by 2 m. So from this you can say m is equals to 120 by 11. So if you calculate that, you will get 10 by 11 minutes, if you want to write correctly, past 2 o'clock. Okay, past 2. Okay, so when the zero angle will make? When the zero angle will make, when the time is what? 2 o'clock and 10 minutes, almost approximately. So if you observe, see, if you want, this is 12, 1, this is 2. At the time of, this is when, guys? This is when the time is 2 o'clock. If you want the time, it should be 210, and approximately then only you will get what? 0 degrees of angle. Okay, so that's approximately we can. So if you want the exact answer, 10 minutes, 10 by 11 minutes, you will get angle of what? 0 degrees. Okay, angle of what, guys? 0 degrees. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Write down. Okay, what is the next question? When two hands perpendicular. Yes, if you closely observe, when we are doing that question, yeah, between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, the theta. Look at here. Here theta may be, yeah, here theta is 90 degrees and h is what? 2 hours. What is the formula actually? 11 by 2 m minus 30 h, or we can say 30 h minus 11 by 2. Why we are using these two? Because between 1 hour, 90 degrees will make 2 times. Okay, 90 degrees will make what? 2 times. Okay, so let's try to solve this. So 90, which is equals to 11 by 2 m, I don't know, minus 30 h 2. Okay, so 90 plus 3 2s are 60. So plus 60 will come here, that is 11 by 2 m. So you can say 150 is equals to 11 by 2 m. You can say m is equals to, from here, 300 by 11. Yes or no? So if you calculate that, you will get 27 3 by 11 minutes past 2. Means, past 2 you are going to get. Or you can say it as what? Or you can say, you can substitute here also. If you substitute here, let me do it here. So 90, which is equals to 30 into 2 minus 11 by 2 m. Guys, that will come 60. Sorry, this is 60. 60 will come, this side. So then it will give you what? Whatever may be. So let's say 11 by 2 come here, m come here, and which is equals to, you can say, minus 30. Yes or no? When you are talking about minus 30, m should not be negative, no? Yes or no? When m is negative, so this case is not going to be possible in this particular case. Are you getting my point? Then, so the hands are perpendicular to each other only once at what? 27 3 by 11 minutes. Okay, past 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Okay, why? Because if you are writing here m, you are getting, look at here, minus 60 by 11. Minus 60, time never been negative. So that's why this is not possible. This is only possible. Then the answer is what? At this time, that particular minute hand and hour hand will make what? 90 degrees. Minute hand and hour hand will make what, guys? 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. So let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. What is the next question? Yeah, when the two hands are pointing opposite direction and are in the straight line, the angle between them would be what? 180 degrees. Angle them would be what? 180 degrees. So theta is equals to 11 by 2 m minus 30 h. So h is what? 2. Theta is what? 180. Okay, so 180 minus, sorry, 180 is equals to 11 by 2 m minus 30 into 180. Sorry, hours 2. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, hours is what? 2. Okay, 2. So 180 plus 3 to the 60, which is equals to 11 by 2 m. So 180, so I can say 240 into 2, 480. So 480 by 11 minutes. So if you calculate this, calculate and write here how many minutes you are going to get. You are going to get 43 7 by 11 minutes. So that is nothing but, when 43 7 by 11 minutes past 2 o'clock. Okay, 2 o'clock. the angle, the minute hand and hour hand will make what? 180 degrees. That will make what? 180 degrees. Okay, that will make what? 180 degrees. So if you closely observe, so our first question is based on time is given, we need to figure it out what? Angle. Now this question is what, guys? Yeah, this question he is giving between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. He has given some different situations when they are making 60 degrees at what time. Minute hand and hour hand will, and the second one is what? Overlap. When they are at what time they will make 0 degrees. The next one is what? 90 degrees. And the last one is what? 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees. Chalo. Next. Please go to the next question. What is the angle? What is the angle covered by the minute hand in 22 in 22 minutes? In 22 minutes. No, very easy question. Very easy question. Yeah. So look at here. Look at the solution. So he's having minute hand. He's saying, tell me in 1 minute, minute hand will cover how many degrees? 6 degrees. Yes or no? So minute hand will cover in 1 minute 6 degrees. So yeah, that's it. In 22 minutes. So 22 into 6. Okay. So 22 into 6. Okay, 22 into 6, that will give you what? 132 degrees. Okay, 132 degrees. Next question. Next question. By how many degrees does an hour hand move in 1/4 of an hour? Okay, 1/4 of an hour. Okay, 1/4 of an hour. Guys, if you closely observe, the hour hand covers, the hour hand covers what? 360 degrees in 12 hours. Yes or no? The hour hand covers what? 360 degrees. 360 degrees in 12 hours. Okay, 360 degrees in 12 hours. Therefore what? Half degree in 1 minute. Half degree in 1 minute. Yes or no? Half degree in 1 minute. So in 1/4 of an hour, that means what? 15 minutes, no? 15 minutes, no? The total is 60 minutes. There are 4 equal parts. So every part will give you 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. So 1 minute half a degree. So 15 minutes, 15 minutes will take you what? So 15 into half a degree. That will give you what? 7.5 degrees. Okay, 7.5 degrees. 7.5 degrees. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Please write down the next question. Write down. By how many degrees will the minute hand move? Will the minute hand move in the same time? In the same time in which the hour hand move 6 degree. 6 degree. So please understand the question and try to solve it. So if we look at the solution, the hour hand move 6 degree in 12 minutes. Why half degree per minute? So I can say 6 degree in 12 minutes. What about minute hand? Minute hand in 1 minute, it will cover 6 degree. So in 12 minutes, 6 into 12. So let me write here. Yeah, let me write here. Hour hand is what? In 12 minutes. Every minute half a degree. So that will 6 degrees. minute hand in 12 minutes, every minute 6 degree, that will cover 72 degrees. Yes or no? 72 degrees in 12 minutes. Okay, hence the hand move by what? 6 degree in 1 minute. Okay, then hand move by what? 6 degree in 1 minute. 6 degree in 1 minute. Okay, so the so answer for this question is what, guys? 72 degrees. Okay, 72 degrees. Next question. Next question. Next question. What is the angle between the hands of a clock when it shows 40 minutes past 6? Okay, 40 minutes past 6. Okay, yeah, 40 minutes past 6. Okay, 40 minutes past 6. Yeah, so so that means what, when the time is 6:40. Okay, what is the angle they are asking? So what is the solution? What is the formula? Theta is equals to 11 by 2m minus 30 h, where h is equals to what? 6. Okay, so 11 by 2 m is what? 40 minus 30 into 6. Okay, so 2 ones are 220s are, so this is 220 minus 180. 220 minus 180, that will give you what, guys? 40 degrees. That will give you what? 40 degrees. Okay, that will give you what? 40 degrees. Okay, let's go to the next question. Please write down. When the clock shows 3 hours 14 minutes, what is the angle between the hands of a clock? I am repeating. When the clock shows 3 hours 14 minutes, what is the angle between the hands of a clock? Yeah, so theta is equals to 11 by 2m minus 30h. Yeah, it is in where? Mod. Okay, so 11 by 2m. So time, what is saying? 14 minutes minus 30 into how? 3 o'clock. So that will give you 11 ones are 11, sevens are. So that will give you 77 minus 90. That's why there are two formulas. So please mind it. So 90 minus 77. Actual answer is what? Minus. Okay, actual answer is what? Minus 13 degrees. Okay, but the point is what? That is in mod. So the answer here is what? Only 13 degrees. Only 13 degrees. Okay, only 13 degrees. 13 degrees. Next. Write down the question. Next question. Write down. What is the angle between the two hands of a clock? The two hands of a clock when the time is 25 minutes past 7 o'clock. When the time is 25 minutes past 7 o'clock, which means 7:25. Okay, so theta is equals to 11 by 2 m is what? 25 minus 30 h is what? 7. Okay, so 11 this is what? 12.5. 12.5. Okay, so if you calculate that, so 11 into 12.5 minus 7 threes are 21, 210. Okay, 210. So 11 into 12.5 you will get how much? Yeah, so if you calculate this, you are going to get finally 72 half a degree. Okay, 72 half a degree you are going to get. Okay, so please multiply and tell me what is 11 into 11 into 11 into 12.5. So if you multiply that 11 into 12.5, you are going to get 11 into 12.5, you are going to get 137.5 minus 210. So that's why you are going to end 70 to 1 by 2 degree. Okay, 70 to 1 by 2 degree. Okay, at that time, that will, when the time is 7:25, the angle is what? 70 to 1 by 2. Next question. At what time between 9 and 10 o'clock will both the hands of a clock coincide? Okay, at what time between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, both clocks will be coincide. Okay, both clocks will be coincide. Yeah. Let's look at here. Coincide means what? What is the angle? Okay, when they are coincide, which means what? Yeah, when they are coincide, the angle is what? 0 degrees. The angle is what, guys? 0 degrees. Okay. So look at here. Actual formula is what? 11 by 2m, minus 30h. Minus 30h. Okay. But therefore, look at here. 30h is more than 11 by 2m. Okay, more than 11 by 2m. So that's why your formula will become 30h minus 11 by 2m, which is equals to theta. But according to the question, this is 0. 0 is equals to 30h. However, h is what in this particular question? 9. Okay, 9 minus 11 by 2 m. So which means 11 by 2 m, which is equals to 9 3s are 27, 270. So m is equals to 540 by 11. Okay, 540 by 11. So if you calculate this, 540 by 11. 11 4s are 44. Okay, 11 4s are 44. So I left with a 10 and a 0. So 11 9s are 99. I left with 1. So 49, 1 by 11 minutes. Past 9 o'clock minutes and past 9 o'clock. Past 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Both hands of a clock will be coincide each other. Okay, coincide each other. Coincide each other. Okay, coincide each other. So please understand, there will be a mod that is important. Formula is only one when you have to use 11 by 2 m minus 30h, when you have to use 30h minus 11 by 2. So that's how you can end your answer. Okay, pause the video and try to write the solution. Next question. At what time between 4 and 5 o'clock are the hands of a clock in the opposite direction? In the opposite direction. What do you mean by opposite direction? That's where your answer is there. Yeah, the moment you realize it that opposite direction. Opposite direction means what? Theta is what? 180 degrees. And h is what? The time between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So you have to take h is equals to what? 4. So t is equals to 11 by 2m minus 30h. Okay. So theta is what? 180. Okay. 11 by 2m minus 30 into this is going to be what? 4. So 180 plus 120, which is equals to 11 by 2 m. So 180 plus 120, 300, which is equals to 11 by 2 m. So 600 by 11, which is equals to m. So if you calculate 600 by 11, 11 5s are 55. I left with 5 and a 0. 11 4s are 44. I left with what? 6. So you can say 54 6 by 11 minutes past 4 o'clock. Both hands will make 180 degrees. Both hands will make what? 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Chalo, next question. Next question. Please write down. Please write down. How many times the hands of a clock will be at 30 degrees with each other in a day? Okay, how many times? Now let me explain the question. How many times the hands of a clock means which is minute hand and hour hand, which will make 30 degrees in a day. Day is asking. Okay, day is asking. Guys, look at here. 0 degrees will be one time. 90 degrees and any other degrees will be what? Guys, if if we look at the points, okay, if you look at the points, 90 degrees or any other angle, okay, each other will be what? 22 times in 12 hours, which means 22 times in 12 hours. So obviously in a day it's going to be what? 44 hours. In a day it's going to be what, guys? 44 times, I'm sorry, 44 times. Okay, 44 times. Okay, next question. Next question, write down. Next question. How many times the minute hand of a clock overlaps the hour hand with the hour hand from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in a day? 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in a day. Okay, so look at here. 9 to 10 o'clock 1 hour, 11 o'clock 2 hours, 12 o'clock 3 hours, 1 o'clock 4 hours, 2 o'clock 5 hours, okay, and 4 p.m. will be what? So if you look at that particular question, the total time that is taking, it's all about what? Yeah, it's taking only how many hours it is taking? Tell me how many hours it is taking. Yeah, it is taking only 5 hours or what? 6 hours, yes or no? Okay, 9 to 10. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 and what? 4. So how many hours it is taking? Yeah. So if you closely look at there, the minute hand overlaps with the hour hand once between 9 to 10 one time, 10 to 11 one time, 1 to 2 one time, 2 to 3 one time, 3 to 4 one time. But between 11 and 1, the overlap happens only one time. Okay. So actually there are total 7 hours. So we need to exclude one point, because between 11 and 1 the overlap between is what? Only one time. So that's why it's going to be 6 times. It's going to be what, guys? 6 times. It's going to be 6 times. Okay, it's going to be what? 6 times. Okay, 6 times. Okay, so now these all the questions in clocks topic, these are all the questions which are you have to understand. Guys, trust me, if you remember only one funda, theta is equals to 11 by 2m minus 30h, if you remember that thing, you will come to know that every question will be in your hand. That is very, very important to solve those type of questions. Okay, those type of questions. Yeah, we'll try to solve the one question. Write down. Write down. The minute hand of a clock overtakes the hour hand at intervals of 60 minutes of correct time. Correct time. How much time does the clock gain or lose? Okay, gain or lose 1 hour of correct time. 1 hour of correct time. Guys, if you closely observe, we have solved so many in the basics point of time. Generally, they are in which direction? Yeah, they are moving in the opposite direction. When both are moving in the opposite direction, the time and that will be going to be subtracted. Yes or no? So the minute hand gains what? 65 5 by 11 minus 60. Okay, 65 5 by 11 minus 60. 65 5 by 11 minus 60, which means what? 5 by 11 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, 5 by 11 minutes in 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. And we need to solve one more question. Okay, write down mirror image type of questions. If the time in a clock is 10 hours 40 minutes, 10 hours 40 minutes, then what time does the mirror image show? What time does the mirror image show? Guys, I want to tell you one thing here. See, mirror image, when the clock is showing 10 hours, 40 minutes, 10 o'clock and 40 minutes it is showing. Okay, so what is the mirror image will show? Guys, whenever you want mirror image, okay, whenever you want mirror image, please write down always mirror time is equals to, please write down everyone, mirror time is equals to, mirror time is equals to, mirror time is equals to 12 hours minus actual time. Okay, actual time. So here 12 hours minus 10 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, so that is nothing but what? 1 hour 20 minutes. 1 hour 20 minutes. So it shows, so when this is the time, so you need to subtract this. So it will show what? 1 hour 20 minutes. So when the time is 10:40, when the time is 10:40, okay, when the time is 10:40, okay, if you want the exact minutes, you can write this as like this: 11 hours 60 minutes. Then the job is easy, no? Yes or no? 11 hours 60 minutes, which means also 12 hours. So 11, 10, so 60. Here this is what? 40. So that will give you what? 1 hour 20 minutes. 1 hour 20 minutes. So if you closely observe in this particular concept, we have seen questions based on angle, and we have seen questions based on time, and we have seen overlap questions. Okay, what is overlapping and what is coincidence. Okay, and how many times, that thing is happening in every 12 hours, every one day. Okay, so those points are very very important, and we have come across 11 by 2 minus 30h, which is in mod. Okay, and mirror image question. Okay, and this particular point, what is the point here? Coincide for every 65 5 by 11 minutes, going slow, going fast. We have seen all the type of questions. So these are all the types of questions which are in clocks. So if you good with this particular questions, you are doing very good job. So you can solve any question in particular clocks concept. Okay, particular clocks concept. Okay guys, that's all for clocks. Thanks a lot for being in my session. Have a great day. Thank you.